What's going on, guys? Today we have something from Seiko. Before we unbox this, I just wanted to give you guys a little something about Seiko. So they've been around since like 1881, and it's a lot of debate between them and like Swiss makers of who came into like the first automatic realm of watches. This all took place in like the early 1900s, and this particular watch here is the Seiko 5 line, which came out in 1963. They actually released a quartz line of these in 1969. Basically what that means is that it's a battery powered watch, which is what they offered then. That was like the new style, that was the new thing to get into at that period of time. And then they jumped into the fully automatic for the 5 line, for the Seiko 5 line. From Seiko's perspective, they offer 5 things that need to happen before they allow it to be a Seiko 5 watch. So the first thing being that it has to be automatic. Second thing, it needs to have a day and a time on the face of the watch itself. It needs to be water resistant. So this particular one is water resistant to 100 meters. It needs to have a recessed crown. They started off with putting the crown. The crown is basically the knob on the watch. They started at 3 o'clock. Now they moved it to about the 4, almost 5 o'clock position on the watch, and that's to protect it, the dial itself, and they had the raised pieces around it to protect the actual crown itself. Last but not least, going in with that is the durability of the case and the strap. More importantly, the case itself. So the outside metal of it, the glass that they put on top, they call it crystal. All watch terms that I've had to go and teach myself to present this review to you guys. This is my first, if you want to call it, real watch. I've gotten watches that I purchased before that were just garbage watches, nothing crazy, nothing special at all. Let's open up the box, show you guys what we got in here. So we got a box inside of another box. This is the watch itself, so you can see on here it has the Seiko logo with the Seiko S. Let's turn that up the correct way. The first manual, so this is the warranty and instructions, give you a tutorial of how to run it down. The other manual is specific to this style of watch. Here's the watch itself. Funny thing is, Seiko is a Japanese brand watch, and if you guys look on the back here, that even Japan's outsourcing the boxing of these watches to China. So everybody's using China. You got this little pillow thing. So as you guys can see, this is obviously the all black version. On the face of the watch itself, you can see Seiko, which is put on the face of the watch, and then the S is painted onto it. So you can see we got the date and the time, which is again what you need for it to be considered a 5 series watch. You can see the crown of the watch is protected with the case all the way around. So it's a stainless steel case with a PVD coating. If you guys look, you can see the coating. It's all the way around the watch. It's on the face of it. It's on the sides, the crown, and then the little metal pieces on the actual strap itself. So that's cool. Even on the part down here, you can see it has the branding, the Seiko, and that's all PVD coated as well. Crown, or the face of it, is 42.5 millimeters, and the overall width being 46 millimeters. The thickness is 13.4 millimeters, and again, the band is a nylon NATO band. Not the biggest fan of this band at all. I will definitely be changing this out. I thought that this would be a little better to go with something nylon. Again, I don't have anything nylon like this. All my other watch brands are metal. Once again, this is an automatic movement watch, so try and pull this band off a little bit, get you guys a little look at the movement. You can see everything going on in there. Pretty cool. This is why I bought this particular style watch. Again, I probably will be taking the band off. Not a fan of this strap. at all. Overall, the watch weighs 335 grams, and once the watch is fully wound, it will last for 41 hours. So if you guys know anything about mechanical watches, just beyond entry level for the automatic series of watches, so like your start of your mid-range, so to speak, they do have to be wound frequently. If you're wearing them every day, you don't have to worry about that, but they aren't very accurate, so you will have to set it. They say the rule of thumb is approximately like 3 to 5 seconds per week, more or less, which is not a big deal. They say it could be anywhere from like 20 seconds, upwards of 20 seconds a month for a lower quality watch. This is not going to be in that lower quality mark, but even if you lost 20 seconds a month, I mean, to me, that's not that big of a deal. I'm not that much of a stickler to where I need to worry about that in particular. And again, this is more for like the accessory than the telling of the time. I mean, everybody has a cell phone today, and you pull out your phone, you want the exact second, which I don't know why you would ever need to know to the exact second, but it is what it is. The crystal, or the what most people call the glass of the watch, okay? The fancy watch term is crystal, but this is a Hardlex mineral type of glass. So it's not sapphire or anything like that. I don't really know anything about that particular material, how durable it is or anything like that. Even with the finish itself, I don't know how durable that's going to be. I didn't care about any of that. I just wanted the blacked out feature. And you have to understand that if you get anything colored, it doesn't matter what color it is, eventually over time it will get scratched, it will get chipped, you're going to knock it into shit, and the finish is going to lose. You know, for the people that sit there and complain about, you know, oh, how long is the finish going to hold up? If you're that concerned about it and you're that anal about the scratching or anything like that, don't get this kind of watch. I mean, even if you get some kind of stainless steel, it's going to scratch. Whether you went stainless steel, gold, any other finishes, any of the metal finishes, if you're that rough with the watches, you're going to have to worry about scratches regardless. So, you know, I don't really believe in that like realm of like, oh, it's going to scratch and look like shit. Yeah, don't get a watch, don't get a black watch then. So, whatever. Two other important features that you need to know when purchasing an automatic watch is you want to make sure it has hacking and hand winding. So hand winding is literally just going like this and being able to wind the watch up. The hacking is when you pull the crown all the way out, that you can actually see the second hand, the seconds. That's fucked up. The second's hand stop from moving. So you can do that, program it to the exact second. Once you push the crown all the way back in, you will resume the seconds again, or the second hand will start moving again. So pull it out once. You can set the day itself and the date, which is nice. It actually has 2 different languages on there if you guys are that concerned about that. But yeah, so I wanted to try and get into something, you know, into the watch family, something a little more like tactile and a little cool, a little manly, so to speak. So this is the first for me. You know, I do love the black look. It does have a lumen, whatever the fuck you want to call it, basically a glow in the dark on the hands, which is not good at all. I'm going to tell you guys straight up. And that's obviously because it's painted black. So it's black over the Lumix. It is there. You do see it. It's not the brightest. It's not going to be like a straight lumen that you could see. Gauging, it's obviously not going to be as good as that, but it does have that feature to help you see at night. If I was to lose this thing today, would I go out and buy it? Yes. Again, not having any experience necessarily using it, but just playing with it, looking at it, touching it, feeling the quality of it, putting it on my hand, around my wrist, I definitely would go out and buy it right now. It really is a gorgeous piece. Get me into the watch collecting world, if you want to call it that. I don't know. I can't sit here and tell you I'm going to go out and buy any more of them or really, you know, get that much into it. But, you know, I needed to get something that was a little on the nicer side. It fits great around the wrist, okay? You can see you have a lot of extra strap. I have a fairly thick wrist. I'm not a skinny guy. I'm not a small guy. And this watch band is very long. You have to fold it back in on itself. You fold it in to the inside of the band of the watch. So this strap comes up, and then I just tucked it back inward, which has a nice look to it. So I like that. It is a little high on the wrist. which I'm not a fan of. Taking this strap off, there is 2 layers of the nylon band underneath my wrist. So show you guys right there. Definitely do enjoy this watch. I'm a little nervous wearing this like out and about, especially, you know, for work or anything like that. It is a nylon band, so you know, it might absorb your sweat and eventually start to stink over time. Again, I knew all of this going into it with getting a nylon band. Again, I don't really know. I don't have a lot of experiences with watches or anything like that, but that's a thought in my head. So this is one of the most customizable watches that you can go out and buy. If you guys, again, if you know anything about watches, I didn't until I started getting this into this video. This is the most customizable watch. So you could change the face, the hands, the arms, whatever the fuck you want to do. Any watch you could change out of straps, so you don't have to worry about that. That's one of the easiest things you can do to start with. Overall, definitely 2 thumbs up for the first impression. I love this watch. I think it looks awesome. And yeah, so we might have an update video for you guys down the line. If you guys like this enough, I will shoot another video on this watch and give you like a longevity type video of it and durability of the coating, which I think it will hold up fairly well. It's a tough coating. It's not something that, you know, scratches, not a fingerprint magnet or anything like that. So yeah, so that's enough for this watch. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button. Stay tuned. We got new videos coming out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you guys for watching, and hit that subscribe button. Take care.